नमस्कार। मैं हूं आर्किटेक्ट हीरामणि थपलिया, आर्किटेक्ट एंड इंटीरियर डिजाइन कंसल्टेंट, and today we are going to understand a very important topic in architecture: office building design principle. An office building is not simply a collection of rooms, desks, and computer. A successful office building should create a balance between function, people, technology, comfort, and architectural expressions. So, whenever an architect designs an office building, there are five important questions. Who will use the building? What activities will happen inside? How will people move? How comfortable will they be? And what identity will the building create? Let's understand these principles one by one. The first principle is function. An office building generally contains different types of spaces: reception and waiting areas, workstation, cabin, meeting rooms, conference room, pantry, toilets, service areas, and circulation spaces. The important thing is to create a logical relationship between these spaces. For example, the reception should be easily visible from the entrance. Meeting rooms for visitors should preferably be located near the reception so that visitors do not have to enter the entire working area. At the same time, departments that work closely together should be located close to each other. So remember, good office planning means putting the right space in a right place. The second important principle is circulation. An office building may accommodate hundreds or even thousands of people. Therefore, movement must be simple, safe, and efficient. We should clearly plan entry, say reception say work is a meeting area, meeting area services, and then or say emergency exists also. Vertical circulation is also equally important. Staircase, lifts, and fire exits should be strategically positioned. And there is a one golden rule: never allow circulation to become an afterthought. A well designed office should allow a first time visitor to understand the building almost intuitively. In the large office, we should also separate public circulation, staff circulation, and service circulation wherever the building program require it. Now comes one of the important principles of the contemporary office design: human comfort. Employees spend a major part of their day inside the office. Natural light, natural ventilation, where appropriate, thermal comfort, and good indoor air qualities. Large window can bring daylight deep into the building, but uncontrolled glass can also create glare and heat gain. Therefore, an architect must think about orientation, shading device, facade design, glazing, and building envelope. For example, external louvers, vertical fins, horizontal shading, and appropriate glazing can reduce the solar heat gain while still allowing daylight. Remember, a beautiful facade is good, but a comfortable facade is better. The fourth principle is flexibility. The way we work in changing rapidly. Today we have open spaces, hybrid working, collaborative spaces, private cabin, informal meeting areas, and technology enabled workspaces. Therefore, an office building should not be designed only for today's requirement. We should think about tomorrow. For example, a structured grid and service system can be planned so that the internal partition can be changed without major structural alterations. Movable partition, raised floor, accessible service zones, and modular planning can provide greater flexibility. So the principle is design the building to adopt rather than forcing people to adopt the building. The fifth principle is sustainability. An office building consumes energy through lighting, air conditioning, lift, computers, and other services. Therefore, sustainable design should begin at the planning stage, not after the building completed. So consider building orientation, daylight, shading, natural ventilation with feasible energy efficient lighting, efficient HVAC systems, rainwater management, solar energy, and appropriate material. The architect objective should be to reduce energy consumption while maintaining user comfort. In simple words, first reduce the demand, then improve the efficiency, and finally use renewable energy. And finally, an office building should have an identity. Architecture communicates the value of the organization. The entrance, facade, landscape, lobby, materials, colors, and interior spaces together create the image of the organization. But identity should not mean unnecessary decoration. Form should emerge from function, climate, structure, technology, and the character of the organization. The best office buildings are not only efficient, they also create a positive experience for the people who use them. So, if you are designing an office building, remember these six principles: function, circulation, comfort, flexibility, sustainability, and identity. Because a great office architecture is not about creating a beautiful building alone. It is about creating a better environment for the people to work, interact, innovate, and grow. If you found this lecture useful, follow me for the practical architecture and design lesson. Architecture is not just about building; it is about the creating better environment for the people. Thank you. Namaskar.